You get to the next level in life by beating the boss of the level you're at. And when you reach the doorway to the next level, you'll be faced with a test. And if you pass it, your identity will reshape and your environment will kind of morph to match the new you, personal evolution. But if you fail the test, you've got to do all this whole process again and come back to it and face it again. This test can show up in multiple ways. It could be a distraction, it could be a temptation, it could be an opportunity. This isn't random, this is a universal pattern. In mythology, this test is called the threshold guardian. The clue is in the name, it guards the threshold to the next level, right? It's like the dragon that guards the gold, so to speak. What the fuck was that? The threshold guardian tests identity. Are you still the old you? Do you still respond the same way? Are you ready for the blessings that can be given to you, right? Or are you just gonna fumble them again? The new world won't let you in it without a challenge, without leaving the old world behind. This test is often personalized for you. It's your exact weakness. I remember on one passage of my life, I set out to see what would happen if I did absolutely everything I knew I needed to do for, I think it was like 6 months or something I was trying. And unsurprisingly, my life just got so much better. I felt so much more happy, clear, focused. I was on the come up in a big way, just peaking for life, just good for it. And I was walking down the streets. This is embarrassing to even say. And there was something on the ground, right? It caught my attention. I approach it trepidatiously. Lo and behold, it's a bag of A-class drugs, like $300 worth. This is untouched. This is a fresh bag. I just thought, fuck, the old me would have jumped on this. But then the entrepreneurial side of me kicks in. And I'm like, well, fuck, there's a few $100s here. I could at least take it home and take care of it to make sure some children don't find it. The ways that the devil on your shoulder will slide in there. Suddenly I was the hero. Suddenly I was doing it for the children. So I took this thing home. Days go by, weeks go by, I'm still running high. I feel $1 million, life is blossoming. A day comes upon me where my workload is massive. I was gonna go away for a bit. I needed to do 2 weeks worth of things in a few days time. And man, I need to lock in. Bing, light bulb. I've got jet fuel in my top drawer. Suffice to say, the work got done. The work got done. Sorry, Mum. So I had a little bump of this, yeah? But now I've opened the door. And once you've opened the door, I mean, if you know, you know. What did we talk about in that other video? The what the hell effect? What the hell, man? Fuck it. Go for it. What pairs nicely with cocaine? A cigaretta. Next thing you know, all the habits I had systematically gotten running autonomously almost, without any effort, just reaping benefits daily, just collapsed all in one hit. Woke up the next day. Actually, I didn't wake up, just didn't sleep. Felt absolute trash. Unsurprisingly, the worst that I had in months. And my streaks were all broken. And the mental fortitude was broken. I'd lost my glow. I looked in the mirror. I didn't see the shine in the eyes. I was about 2 or 3 weeks off the finish line of the goal that I had set of being sober. Not just sober, but just fucking locked in completely. And I knew that it would be like a breakthrough moment for me in my life. And I fumbled it. And I've failed those tests many a time. And I've beaten those tests too. But the thing is, if you falter at that threshold, if you don't beat the boss when you go to fight it, you gotta start from scratch and do it again. And that can be a bit demoralizing. You lose your swing, you lose your flow, you lose your momentum. Sometimes we do this unconsciously. We self-sabotage ourselves because our homeostasis, our psyche, our spirit has a zone in which it feels comfortable operating. You get to the border of it, when you start peering up on the other side, you can start getting a bit uncomfortable and you shoot yourself in the foot. You trip yourself up right at the door to the next level. In psychology, they call that the upper limit problem, your comfort zone. Right where those two worlds meet, comfort, discomfort, right there is the threshold guardian. And if you can beat him, you unlock a new level of life. You know David Goggins, right? He talks about this idea of taking souls, right? When someone tries to break you, instead of folding You rise to such a relentless level that you demoralize them. They try to break you, they can't, and it breaks them. That's the idea of taking souls, but you don't need an external enemy to do this. If you break the soul of the Threshold Guardian by passing this test, you draw its power to you. An example of that is like sometimes the best workouts you ever have will be the ones where you really didn't want to go. And then you still go. And not only do you show up, but you smash it. And then you walk out of there like, yeah, all the power of that negativity you've just absorbed. You've taken its soul and you've built yours up. You've flipped the power dynamic. You can do it with temptation, comfort, fear, distraction, laziness. If you face it and beat it, you absorb its power. It's like that quote from Nietzsche. What was that? He said that happiness is the feeling that power increases, that resistance is being overcome. More than anything, is one of the best feelings, man. That is so powerful. This is when you steal the soul of that voice. You say, no, not today. We're not breaking today. Even with sobriety, right? It's actually not that difficult to quit smoking or to quit drinking or anything that you might be addicted to, right? You have a few key moments that are like these little mini thresholds that if you break through them, you're good as gold. Say you're trying to quit smoking, right? The first 3 days, real tricky. After that, it's okay. The next threshold, the next test will be when you go out. Hey, when you go out and you have a drink or two, major. You beat that and you get to a new level of sobriety. It's the same in reverse with positive habits, right? If you've got a streak going, it's that day that you don't want to go at all, that you do, that boom, you just absorb its power and you're away. Look at all great movies and you'll see moments where the hero is tested. Frodo, Rocky, you know, Neo nearly takes the blue pill, right? Aang has to face all the elements before he can become the Avatar. But each one of those elements is its own test, right? Failing the test doesn't mean you're not worthy, it just means you're not maybe ready yet. Your 20s is a big part of this thing, right? You're figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. There's a whole lot of testing in your 20s. That's why they say fail fast, fail early. Get it out of the way while you're young. Failing the test tells you a number of things. It reveals where you're weak, shows you where you still need healing. It exposes the gap between who you are and who you're becoming. Passing it creates a permanent identity shift, proves that you can handle the next level, and opens up doorways of opportunity that weren't available to you before. These are the moments that really matter, so look out for them when they come through. Being conscious of these tests makes you better equipped to deal with them in real time when they occur, and they will. Especially if you're intentionally trying to grow. You'll be faced with things that are scary. You'll be faced with massive temptations, opportunities, right? Stay ready, stay aware. The moment that you start rising, the test appears. Right before the breakthrough is the breakdown, or could be the breakdown. It's the crux moment. It's the middle of the story. It's the fork in the road and you choose which way you go. So when you pull up to that intersection, stay ready. Every hero's tested. Every next level has its guardian. You get to the next level by beating the boss of the level you're at. And so if you're facing chaos right now, if you're facing temptation, if your discipline is waning, if you're slipping a little bit, hold on, bro. Hold on, this is the most important passage. Hold fast. If you pass this test, you reach the other side. And then you got another one to take care of. But that's life. Hey,